hello. I don't think it's been that long, but anyways, hope you had a blessed weekend, blessed days. Today's a little bit different. I just want to read some parts of Matthew 16 because there's some parts, the entirety of Matthew 16 is very important and it talks about a lot of and extremely important things to know about. So we'll start off with the demand for a sign. So here the Pharisees and Sadducees came to Jesus and they were testing him to see if he was actually the Son of Man, so the Lord, the Son of the God, the Lord basically, that asked him to show a sign from heaven. Basically, Jesus replied, and how Jesus replied to this, he said in verse 4, a wicked and adulterous generation looks for a sign, but none will be given it except the sign of Jonah. He said you know how to interpret the appearance of the sky, but you cannot interpret the signs of the times. So what does this mean? He's saying that a wicked and adulterous generation may look for sign, but none will be given besides the sign of Jonah. Now, what is the sign of Jonah? If you have read Jonah, you know how Jonah has spent 3 days in a fish. Just as Jonah will spend 3 days in a fish, Jesus will spend or had spent 3 days in the heart of the earth before rising. The sign of Jonah is that Jesus spent 3 days dead but rised, came back from the dead. That is the sign of Jonah. No other signs will be given besides the sign that Jesus is Lord and has come back from the dead after spending 3 days in the heart of the earth. Now in verse 11 through 12, this is talking about when the disciples and Jesus, I'm pretty sure, yeah, they were went across the lake, and they forgot to take bread, right? And Jesus spoke up and said, "Be careful of the Pharisees and I'm not the Sadducees yeast." So yeast, obviously something that's create bread. So it's like, well, we got to be careful of their bread. We got to watch out. Is what the disciples thought. But Jesus said, "How is it you don't understand that I was not about talking to you about bread? But be on your guard against the yeast of the Pharisees and Sadducees. The yeast of the Pharisees and Sadducees is their teachings. That that's what the yeast is. The yeast is representing the teachings." He also told them that why should you worry about having no bread? Because he took 7 pieces of bread and split them up and was able to feed 4,000 people. He took 5 pieces of bread and split them up and was able to feed 5,000 people. So why should they worry about bread or not having any bread? Moving on. Here we have Peter. So uh Jesus asked Peter, if I'm correct, let me go back, make sure. Yeah, Jesus asked Peter, who do people say the Son of Man is? Peter answered, "Oh, they think it's John the Baptist, or they think it's blah 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 blah." Jesus said, "Who do you think? Who do you say I am? What about you?" Peter answered, "You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God." Jesus replied, "Blessed are you, Simon, son of Jonah. For this was not revealed to you by flesh and blood, but by my Father in heaven." He then goes on to say, "I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven. Whatever you whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven." The Lord is saying here that he was not revealed to him by flesh and body. He was revealed to him by his Father in heaven. He was revealed spiritually to Peter, and that is a blessing. For Jesus to be revealed by the for Jesus to be revealed by the Father in heaven spiritually, that is a blessing. For he was not revealed by flesh and blood. And because of this, Peter will be given the keys of the kingdom of heaven. He'll be able to unlock that door and enter. And whatever he binds on earth, whatever he does on earth, will be bound in heaven. And whatever he lets go of on earth, will be gone in heaven. So whatever he puts his focus on it of will be seen, shown in heaven. And whatever he lets go will be gone in heaven. You know what I mean? And usually, obviously, he's gonna let go sin. So sin will be, as we know, sin will be gone from heaven. He's gonna put his focus, his bind on the Lord. And of course the Lord will be there in heaven. Final part of Matthew 16. It talks about how Jesus predicts his death and how he will die. And on the third day be raised to life. Peter seen this and said, nah, Lord, this can never happen to you. This cannot happen to you. And Jesus turned and said to Peter, "Get behind me, Satan. You are a stumbling block to me. You do not have in mind the concerns of God, but merely human concerns." He is saying that you do not know what is concerning me. You do not know what is concerning me. Or not concerns. Not concerning him. You do not know what I have planned or what is my concerns. You do not have that knowledge, for I am way more knowledgeable and wiser than you. You do not have that knowledge, but you merely have mortal concerns. Then Jesus said to his disciples, "Whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves and take up their cross and follow me. For whoever wants to save their life will lose it, but whoever loses their life for me will find it." Okay, now this might sound crazy to outside perspective. That's basically saying that to outside perspective, that may say like, "Oh, this Lord wants you to just throw away your life for Him." Well, in technicality, yeah, but He's not entirely saying that. Reminder, well, He is, but reminder, He's doing that for the better of you. He's saying, yeah, you may have to throw away your life. Yeah, you might be persecuted. Yeah, you might go through all that. You might go through all this. But why throw away, which he says here, why throw away just for your own life, just for this flesh and body, which will not matter. It's a temporary state. It will not matter in the end. Why throw away your soul to maintain this flesh and body? That's what he means about life or throwing away yourself. He means this flesh and body. Once again, this is temporary. This will not matter in the end when he comes. So why forfeit your soul to maintain yourself / your flesh and body? Why not take up your cross and follow him? He then goes on to say, "Truly I tell you, some who are standing here will not taste death before they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom." What is death? Death is, in short, death is you fail to follow Jesus. That is death. Living in the Bible is obedience, following Jesus. That's life. If you follow Jesus, you'll be filled with life, filled with glory. But if you don't, you'll be filled with death. And we all know what death is. Basically, the pit of fire, death of your soul. That's basically it in Matthew 16. I just want to talk about some parts of it because it's actually pretty interesting. And I'm actually doing what I need to do and starting back to read the Bible. This is my fault. I once again, my fault. Procrastination. There's nothing to excuse it. That's my fault. Anyways, hope you have a great day.